Hello, Leo. This is Carrie from Celestial Forecasts with your bonus reading for the second half of November. General reading, as always, it won't resonate with every single person, so please do take from it what makes sense for you and let the rest go. If you're interested in your own personal private reading, that information is down below in the description box, and I will include a link to all of the decks and creators that you see here today, Leo. These are the three that we will be using for your focus messages this time around. Starting things off with the Yin Yang Love Oracle by Angelic Revelation 144, and then we'll grab a message from the On the Horizon Oracle by Jennifer Aquarius Tarot, and lastly Behind the Moon Oracle by Calico Moon. All right, Leo, so let's begin and see where this goes for you. Cross watchers and anyone else who's been guided to tune in are welcome. So let's start. I don't have any particular questions in mind. I'm just going to allow the cards to communicate what needs to come through here today. All right, guys, let's see where this is going to go. Let's grab this card here. Oh my gosh, reunion. That's a nice card to start things off with, especially if you're in separation from somebody. Reunion. There's a possibility of coming back together. So that's a very nice card to start things off with. Let's see if that's a possibility. Okay, so let's grab a message from On the Horizon Oracle. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Leo for this bonus reading. What is your second focus message here? All right, I am guided to this card. Burned out. Okay, so maybe somebody was burnt out, which is why you guys went into separation to begin with. But this, I'm kind of feeling it might be a blessing in disguise here for you and this person, Leo. Maybe you guys were meant to go your separate ways initially to reassess the relationship, the situation, any challenges that you guys have dealt with. Clearly somebody wants a reunion here. Let's see if that is possible. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Leo. All right. I want this card here. In times of darkness, I cling on to you. I know that if I was in your presence, you would make it all okay. I still love you. You see? They want to be with you. They want that reunion, Leo. Maybe they burnt themselves out in however way they were living their life at that time. Or you might be able to relate to that for yourself. Could come down to timing as well. All right, well, we'll see how this will unfold. Let's start things off with the Pining Rose Love Oracle by Calico Moon. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Leo for this bonus reading. Second half of November. What else do we need to know here, guys? Let's see. Okay, well, you guys more than likely wanted a separation because somebody was unfaithful. That won't apply to everybody, but it is presenting itself here. So somebody was unfaithful here. And remember what I was saying about it might come down to timing. So we've got the patience reference here. Divine timing might be a factor. They are an ex-lover. I'm not surprised, especially if you broke things off with them because they were unfaithful to you. They might have also put themselves in a very dark place in their life as a result of these actions that they've taken to ruin the relationship. They're still coming through here, Leo, letting you know that they still love you. And if they, for example, if they've been really depressed or anxious as a result of you guys not being together. And as that card says, in times of darkness, I cling onto you. So you represent that light in their darkness. What else, please, for Leo for this bonus reading? We have lust. Okay, so they might have gotten into a situation where it was all about sex. The physical relationship that they might have experienced with somebody else. There could have been third-party situations here. We have torture. So it has placed them in this energy where they're torturing themselves because they're not with you. They're tortured by their actions, their thoughts of what they've done, what they've said, or what they have failed to do or say. No matter what happens here, Leo, you've made an impact in this person's life, in their heart. They're not ever going to forget you. They're not going to forget you. You guys were actually destined. This was a fated connection in this lifetime. It was fate that you met, but it was also a part of your destiny to experience the not so good parts of this connection. It was all a part of your destiny as well as theirs. Look at this next card. That's the second time, Leo. So maybe you both want the same thing. Despite what's happened here, you both want this reunion. You want to come back together. And as long as two people are willing to put in the work, absolutely it's possible. Absolutely possible. So let's grab some insight from the Mystic Moon Oracles here to add to this. Angels and Spirit Guides, please, for Leo, for this bonus reading. What else do we need to know here? So someone was unfaithful. They could have just gotten themselves into situations, third parties, where it was all about the physical connection and nothing more. But now that you guys are not together, they're tortured by their actions, their thoughts. They're in a very dark place. They're still clinging to the hope of wanting to reconcile with you. Leo, I kind of feel you guys are on the same page as far as wanting this reunion. A fresh start. New beginning. Recognition. There's a lot that they now realize, Leo. They recognize perhaps that you're the one that they want to be with. And maybe they had to lose you for them to figure that out. They had to learn those lessons. And the only way to learn those lessons was as your ex. Because it wasn't clicking at the time that you guys were together. They had to lose you for them to wake up. Vibrations, they're still feeling your energies, even though you guys are apart right now. This is interesting here, surrender. Okay, so we've got a female figure here in this photo. We've got a male figure in the torture card. So it could be a masculine who's being tortured, that he's not with the feminine right now. And it could be my feminines who detached from the masculine here and just surrendered the connection and went in a different way in order to break free from a cycle of unfaithfulness and distrust and third parties. Look at this. Return, you see? Somebody wants to come back. Somebody wants you back. They want your forgiveness. They want to come towards you with an apology, Leo. Going back to this vibrations card right here, this is where you guys are connecting for now in the fifth dimension. Pay attention to the signs that are trying to grab your attention at this point in time, and they as well need to pay attention to those signs. They were wearing a mask. They were wearing that false mask. They weren't being real with you. There was deception here. They were unfaithful. They kept things from you. They were hiding behind this mask. Lies, secrets. That was a part of what ultimately burnt out this relationship. Okay? Kind of makes sense. But maybe enough time has passed to where you're both willing to give this another opportunity, another chance. So let's add to this with some tarot. This is my tarot teacher deck that I've created for beginners, especially who are interested in learning how to read tarot for yourselves. And it does contain upright and reversed meanings. So if you're interested in this one, the deck shop link is down below, as well as all of the other decks that you see here. All right, Leo, what else? What else do we need to know here? What else? We've got the Ten of Wands. It's time to lay down those heavy burdens. It's time to take responsibility for actions here that contributed to the demise of this partnership. Now, it's interesting because the Ten of Wands is a card of someone who's burnt out. That's no accident because that's the card right there. Someone's burnt out. That could have been you, Leo, but it could be your person as well. Maybe they feel like it's been an uphill struggle trying to win you back, that they took you for granted, that they didn't appreciate you when you guys were together. So now they're overloaded. Now they're stressed out. And they're carrying this weight on their shoulders, and it's getting heavier and heavier and heavier to the point where they're having nightmares. They can't get any sleep with that Nine of Swords. They're perhaps afraid to reach out. Maybe they're afraid that you would reject them. They're anxious. They're deeply unhappy. They feel hopeless that maybe this is a done deal, that they can't do anything to fix this. They could be really depressed right now and just not capable of coping with how things are at between the two of you. And absolutely, you could be picking up off of that for yourself too. We've got the Knight of Cups coming in though. This is somebody who's very romantic. This can represent a romantic proposal. So maybe we have a masculine here who wants to reach out to the feminine, wanting to propose marriage or just be able to propose a new beginning. They're following their heart. They want things to grow between the two of you once again, to build something solid and more stable between the two of you. We've got the Fool's energy coming through here. So yeah, that leap of faith, that fresh start, which we already have right there. So a new beginning is possible here. It is possible. And then my feminines, you're coming through as the Empress, the divine feminine right here. Your masculine certainly finds you to be very attractive, not just on the outside, but beautiful on the inside as well. The Empress can represent a mother figure. So maybe some of you guys already had children together, or you have children from previous relationships, or you guys talked about building a family someday, because it can represent motherhood, fertility, pregnancy. And my feminines, as the Empress, you can actually provide for yourself. You can stand on your own 2 feet. You're abundant on your own. You can attract this abundance into your life. You don't need your masculine to do that. What else, please, for Leo? We've got the Four of Pentacles here. Okay, for some of you guys, maybe your person is an earth sign, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. So this is a card of scarcity. Somebody who is very stingy with their money, perhaps, very greedy, or they tend to be the jealous type. They could also have some past issues that they need to address. And then we've got the Five of Swords here, which really, as long as we've got unfaithfulness coming through, the Five of Swords kind of makes sense, because it's somebody who walks away from all of this drama, and there's competition. That competition could have been a third party. Could have been somebody who stepped out on the relationship to be with somebody else if it wasn't a third party situation. Some of you might have been in an abusive relationship, or just been dealing with somebody who was sneaky and hiding behind this mask right here. That mask of deception. But here you are, Leo, standing in your strength. The strength card in tarot represents your own Leo energy. So you're just trying to be really strong right now, tapping into your bravery and that courage inside you, that inner strength, trying to rebuild your confidence, to see things from a very different perspective, perhaps. And just standing your ground, knowing that you're powerful in your own right. That this experience, this heartbreak from dealing with somebody who was unfaithful to you, it didn't break you. It hurt you, yes. but it did not break you to the point where you're giving up on yourself, because you're strong and you know this. Here we are with that Seven of Swords. So we already know somebody was deceptive here, because the Seven of Swords is our cheater card right here. Betrayal, lies, scheming, risky behavior, someone who was manipulative, all of it. But look at all the references to new beginnings, fresh start, reunion, return. They recognize what they've done. They're sorry for what they've done. They're remorseful. They're losing sleep over this. And maybe some of you guys are tuning in and watching and like, I don't give a shit if they're losing sleep over this. They deserve it. And they hurt you. And we recognize that here. However, if there's still a part of your heart that wants them back, then it's time for you to switch up your vibration of what it is that you're putting out there, because you're just going to get more of that coming back to you. So if you're sending your person anger and frustration, and that you're still pissed and you don't want anything to have to do with them, even if they want this reunion, they're going to pick up off of that vibrationally and energetically, and they won't be able to take any action towards you because they're picking that up. That maybe you would not entertain that idea. But if what you're sending them is love and healing energy, and no matter what's happened here, you're coming from a place of forgiveness, they'll pick up off of that too and find it more open of an opportunity to have a new beginning with you. Because you've got the Hierophant coming in here, Leo. This is Taurus specifically. This is a card of marriage right here, a card of commitment. Maybe they really sucked at commitment back then. But the Hierophant brings in a spiritual lesson. We already know that there are lessons that need to be learned here as a part of this journey. While they were your ex, while they are your ex, they've worked on themselves, I feel. They've been in a very dark place in their life because you guys went into separation. Because the Hierophant is blind faith. Sometimes you got to just take that leap of faith and know that it's meant to work out. The only way to know that is to take that first step. But it's something that you both need to take together. I feel you've both learned a lot since you went your separate ways. Because the Hierophant is also a card of wisdom and what you had to go through to gain that wisdom. My feminines, some of you are coming through as this Queen of Swords. What you want from your masculine is honesty and the truth. But you're also setting up very clear boundaries for yourself, protecting your heart space, considering what's happened here. So remember how we have the Empress representing a mother figure. The Queen of Swords can sometimes be coming through as a mother figure or even a single mother, if that resonates for any of you. So my feminine, some of you really just want your masculine to communicate openly and honestly and be direct with you. You don't want to beat around the bush. You don't want any more drama. You don't want them hiding behind this mask. You just want the truth. It's like, look, if you want to be with me, then let's figure this out. If you're still coming at me being deceptive, well, you can go. And here we are with the Star. So there's still hope here, Leo, for you and your person to work this out. For some of you, maybe your person is an Aquarian, because the Star's energy is Aquarius specifically. This is hope. This is restored faith. This is a renewal, giving you guys a different path to follow that will lead towards happiness and commitment. This is a wish that can still manifest itself, Leo. And this is also a card of self-care, that throughout this journey, you've had to take care of yourself. You've had to put yourself back on your priority list, which is a good thing. And your person, they have to do that as well. If they're in a very dark place, if they're having nightmares, if they're dealing with fears and anxieties, night terrors, if they're feeling hopeless and depressed and traumatized by everything that's happened here, then they need to work on themselves and their own healing journey. That's not your job to fix them. They have to be able to do that for themselves. But it does appear here, Leo, that there's still hope as far as you guys reconnecting and having this reunion. It's coming through here twice. 2 reunion cards and the star card coming through, letting you know that there's still hope here, that you can still manifest this into a reunion. As long as you guys are both in, then absolutely this can come together. So let's go ahead and grab some romantic confessions from the Divine Masculine. This is a deck by Sister Moon Tarot. So starting things off with the Divine Masculine here. Angels and spirit guides for Leo for this bonus reading. All right, masculines, what do you want to say to your feminine? What do you want to say to your feminine? Maybe in the future we can have another go at this. Yep. Yeah, that's what they want, feminines. They want another chance. I've tried to detach from you, but I can't. That's because they still love you. And again, maybe that love has gone through a metamorphosis since you guys have been in separation. Their love for you has grown. They want a fresh start. They want a new beginning. Look at this. I regret not choosing you. They were unfaithful. They know it. They were deceitful. They were manipulative. They told you lies, kept secrets. And I just kind of feel that the situation they moved on to was just full of drama, and they regret not choosing you because you represent the light in their darkness. I always admired your beauty, so they're very attracted to you still, my feminines. I don't know how to love as courageously as you do. Makes sense for me. Remember, your own Leo energy is coming through here as the Strength card. That is a card tapped into your courage, your bravery, Leo, and they pick up off of that. I miss laying in bed with you. And sure, that could involve intimate moments, but they miss your presence. They miss being able to hold you, touch you, feel you. You know, it's not just all about sex here. They just miss your presence, I feel, in addition to the physical intimacy. There is something about how only your energy can calm me down, you see? So going back to the energy of the Nine of Swords, this is a card tapped into someone's anxiety and their fears, and they're depressed and they're kind of freaking out over how things are playing out here. And you're the only one, Leo, my feminines, that can calm this masculine down. That's what's coming through from that. That is what's presenting itself. So let's grab some messages here on behalf of the Divine Feminine. This is the Soul Whispers deck by Bridget Rao of Divine Essentials. So my feminines, what do you need to say to your masculine here? Angels and spirit guides, what else do we need to know? What does the feminine need to say? Do you love me? This card says it, okay? I still love you. It says it right there. So my feminines, if you've ever had any doubts about how your masculine feels about you, you are loved. You are desired. They want a reunion. Every show and movie reminds me of us. So there are certain movies, certain shows that pop up, and it reminds you of the connection of the masculine. I miss your body, okay? They miss the feminine, missing those intimate moments as well as just the closeness with the masculine. What else, please, for the feminine? My feminines, what else do you want to say to your masculine? Please don't leave me. And, you know, I feel that's kind of already happened for some of you, that you ended up in a relationship where the masculine did leave you. And so perhaps, my feminines, that is one of your fears here. You as well could identify with the energy of that Nine of Swords. You're afraid, you're losing sleep over this. You could have anyone you want. This is your response to your masculine, and that's true. They can have anyone that they want, but the reality of it is, my feminines, they want you. The masculine wants you. Do the work. I kind of feel they have, you know, that they have done the work. They want that reunion with you. They do recognize the role they played in why you guys broke up. And lastly, see you soon. Okay? So, my feminines, you definitely want to be able to see your masculine still. The love is certainly reciprocated between the two of you. You're both open to it. You both want that reunion. And the star is here to give you both hope that that can happen. It can happen. So let's add to this with The Journey of Love, Volume 1 and 2, again by Bridget Rao of Divine Essentials. Angels and Spirit Guides for Leo. What else do we need to know here, please? What else do we need to know? Number 38, which breaks down to an 11, consistency. I promise to make it all up to you. They're going to make it up to you, Leo. They are in this place of vulnerability right now. I'm ready to tell you everything. They're ready to open up their heart to you. You know, no more deception, no more lies, no more secrets, no more masks. They're ready to just share their life, their everything with you. Look, coming through again. Fated. Fate. Fated. This card says, I'm sure this was all meant to be. So I do feel that for the both of you, that you guys are still meant to be. We have humor. I love how you can always make me laugh. Okay? You make them laugh, they make you laugh. You guys have a great time when you're together. Look at this, number 30. I regret letting you go and moving on. Perhaps they have seen you move on, Leo, and they regret. And that did come through from the masculine. That, if I can find that card, I regret not choosing you. They regret letting you go, my feminines. They're very insecure at this time, but look at this. Would you say yes? Would you say yes with a reconnection? Would you say yes to a marriage proposal? Would you say yes to opening up your heart to this person? I feel, just based off of what's presenting itself here, that yes, you would. Because you still have love for them as much as they still have love for you. Okay? So let's wrap things up here, guys, with some healing messages from your angels here. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Leo, for this bonus reading. Second half of November, please. Some healing messages from your angels. Self-acceptance. Okay, that's very important for both of you to be in that energy of self-acceptance and just loving yourself first. And certainly your person needs to work on that too. We do have this retreat card coming forward. A couple of interpretations for me. Retreating away from situations that are no longer serving a purpose in a person's life. Retreating away from third-party situations, infidelities, lies, and secrets. And this could also mean two people who just want to be left alone to figure things out. Retreating away from the world and just having some alone time to be together. Dreams. Okay? That's a nice change compared to the energy of the Nine of Swords, because the Nine of Swords represents nightmares. So you've got some nice dreams that are coming in for you, Leo, as well as for your person, and just being able to manifest these goals, these dreams that you have for yourself. What you're wanting is the truth and integrity in your relationships. You're not going to settle for anything less than that. You are in a seat of power to be able to manifest so many changes in your life, not just your love life either. Your love life, things are going to be picking up, and I feel you will be very happy with the developments of what's coming in for you. Archangel Michael is helping you with this. For those of you that have children, their energies are presenting itself here because they are a part of the equation. You've got so many blessings that are coming in for you, Leo, and you're being divinely guided at this time in your life, in your love life, every aspect of it. So trust in that guidance, trust your gut, your angel guides, your spirit guides, and where you're being directed. And I feel your person as well is being divinely guided back to you. And when the time is right, you guys can have this fresh start. Okay, so that's where I'm going to leave it, guys. So many nice messages that have presented itself here, letting us know that you guys can have this reunion and come back together. Okay, so that's where I'm going to leave it. If you are interested in your own personal private reading, currently I only have the mini readings as well as the basic ones still available. I have put my full-length ones on hold just to be able to catch up to the ones already on my schedule, and I'll open it back up starting January 2nd. All right, guys, so that link to my website is down below. And that's it for now, guys. Thank you so much, as always, for tuning in, and I'll see you next time. Take care.